Happy and fantastic day, dear children. Today it's a recap session of what? Yes, prepositions. So yesterday you could have learnt about preposition and now it's a continuation part, right? Preposition. What is preposition? A preposition is a word of group of words that shows the relationship of noun or pronoun to some other word in a sentence. So relationship of a noun to some other word. Relationship of a pronoun to some other word in a sentence. Okay. In other words, preposition is a word that tells us where something is. Right? So all these we saw: on, between, beside, under, in, above, in front of, near, behind. All these are examples of preposition. So how many types of prepositions are there? Yes, 8 types of preposition, right? One is preposition of time, preposition of place, preposition of movement, preposition of manner, preposition of agent of instrument, preposition of measure, preposition of source, preposition of position. So all these 8 types we are going to learn, and already you learned the 3, I hope. Was a preposition of time, place and moment you could have learned in the last session, right? So a preposition adds extra information to sentences such as direction, place, time, moment, manner, agent, measure, source and preposition. A preposition is usually a short word. It will not be a long word, right? It will be a short word which is normally placed in front of the nouns. That is why it is called preposition. Pre means what? Before. Before the nouns or before the pronouns, we will use the preposition words, right? Preposition of time. Preposition of time usually indicates when something happened. When, the word when represent when the time, right? When something happens, happened or will happen in the future. So there are several prepositions of time such as at, on, in, before, during and after. So all these are prepositions of time, right? Example, David was born on August 8. David was born at 4 a.m. in the morning. David was born during the holidays of 2001. David was born after our hottest summer. David was born in 2001. David was born before our trip to England. So, all these prepositions are used in the same sentence but different meaning, right? On August. So on will be used. So there are rules and regulations which you have to follow, where to use the right preposition and the right place when it comes in. That is what we are going to learn is rule number 1. Use in. What is the preposition? In for years and months. Okay. Used in. Use in. Again I'm saying use in. When you refer to years, months, seasons, centuries and times of the day, most probably you will use years and months. That time you have to use in. It is always hot in January. Use on when you refer to days, dates and specific holidays. On is for days and dates. In is for year and month. On is for days and dates. So we go to church on Sunday. Right? We use at when you refer to time, exceptions and festival. I work best at night. So time, at what time you work? I work best at night. So at is used to refer time, exception, refer to time, exceptions and festival. So these rules has to be followed when you are using preposition. Preposition of place. Second type is preposition of place. Can you able to see the picture in the box? The ball, the position of ball is here, right? Place where the ball is placed here in the box. On the surface is touching. Under is also the surface is touching. Next to the box, between the boxes, among the boxes, in front of the box, behind the box, above the box, above the distance between the box and the ball should be more. If it is very less, then we will say that over. Okay. Below the box, below also, the distance has to be big, more. Near the box, far from the box. So here also distance has to be more, far from the box. And at the door. So all these are preposition of place. So on, beside, above, between, in front of, behind, under, near. This is what is the slide yesterday we left off, right? So next, now we will go in detail about the preposition of places. Preposition of places usually indicate position and they are easily discernible. The three most common preposition of place are on, at, and in. So, what makes this interesting is that these three prepositions on, at, and in will be used both in time as well as in place. Okay. Preposition of time is also there, on, at, in. Preposition of place is also we will say on, at, and in, depends on the sentence. The cup is on the table. When the surface is touching each other, we'll use the word on. The cup is on the table, right? The cups are in the kitchen cupboard. Cups are in the kitchen cupboard. We like the cups at the supermarket. So at the place, at the supermarket, right? On, in, and at are used both as time as well as in place. So example preposition is given here, the same: on, in, below, above, near, far, behind, in front of, on to, off, into, out of. So can you able to see the third row, on to, off, into, out of? There's an arrow like a thing it is coming. That means it is moving, right? Around, among, between, opposite, all other things, there's no arrow or movement is not shown. The third row alone, it is shown clearly. So notice that. So what are the rules we have to follow? Rule number 1, when you refer to something with the surface, use the preposition on. That's what again and again we are saying. When the surface is touching each other, then we will call on. Okay, the clock hangs on the wall. The names of the deceased are on the tombstones. The books are on the desk in the study table. The writing on the wall had to be removed. So all these are examples of on. Rule number 2, when you refer to something inside or confined, use a preposition in. So inside we are using in. Everybody know that, and you all are using in your day-to-day life. The manual is in the cupboard drawer in the shed. The girls are in the shopping mall buying Christmas presents. The bolts are in the jar in the shed. David left the book in the car. So all these sentences are examples of in. So next is at. What is the rule to be followed for at? When you refer to a specific point, use the preposition at. Here are several examples. Rebecca is at work at the moment. Candace will meet David at 8 p.m. at the restaurant. The minister will meet at church for Bible study. I will meet Candace at midnight on New Year's Eve. So, all these are examples of at. So, there are many other prepositions of places also: under, over, near, behind, outside, inside, between. All these are examples which I shown you in the picture, right? One sentence, example sentence for each and every preposition. I'll show you that the ball rolled under the cupboard is for under. The boy jumped over the fence. The dog was near the swimming pool. The broom was behind the door. The puppy was outside the house. The cat was inside the house. The thief hid in between the sheds. All these are example sentence for preposition of places. Right? On, under, next to, in front of, behind, between, around, through. So this is an exercise for you. You have to match. I told you this before, I think. And you have to match all these. This is a homework for you, dear. Preposition of movement: down the stairs, up the stairs. Can you able to see the ball moving down and up? So the movement will be noted either by the arrow mark or by the movement. Right? Down the stairs, up the stairs, out of the box, into the box, towards the box, away from the box, past the box, over the box, onto the box, off the box, around the cube and under the box. So all these are examples of preposition of movement. Now the third type is preposition of movement. Preposition of movement indicate direction. In which direction it is moving, in which something or someone is moving. So, the most common preposition of movement is to. So many examples are there for to. One is, Candace will move to the beach house for Christmas. To the beach house for Christmas. David went to the beach every day over the holidays. David went to the park to play ball with the children. The puppy went to the park for puppy training with Rachel. So all these are preposition of movement. So many other prepositions are there: across, through, into, over, down, up, past, and around. And one main preposition of movement is across. So when referring to the movement from one side to another, use a preposition across. The ball rolled across the field very quickly. The dog ran across the oval without its owner while the game is in action. The game was in action. Billy and Bailey swam across the lake in record time during the holidays. The explorers tracked across the desert early in the morning to avoid the heat. So all these are across words and sentences, example sentences for across. Children, the picture which is shown here, I selected this picture because particularly I want to show what is across and through. When referring to the movement from inside to outside. Inside to outside, we'll use the preposition through. The angry man put his fist through the wall. The car passed through the tunnel on its way to the airport. The baseball went through the window when the children were playing in the backyard. During the storm, the large hail went through the roof and destroyed the home. So all these are examples for through. Next is into. When referring to the movement that enters or looks inside, we will use the preposition into. Jonathan went into the shed to get his carpenter's tool. The crowd looked into the night sky to spot the shooting star. Rachel swam into the cave to rescue the dog. The car drove into the fence when the driver lost control. Okay, so children, I hope you understood the rules and regulation for movement. Okay, we'll see in the next session.